Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss another DSA problem, that is maximum subarray. So given an integer array nums, find the subarray with the largest sum and return its sum. Okay. So what is a subarray? A subarray can also be a single element or a contiguous portion of the array. Okay, by contiguous I mean something like this or either this, but you can't consider minus 2 1 and 2 1 5, okay, because it's not continuous. All right. And how we are gonna go about this problem is we will find out the subarrays for this particular array. So our brute solution will have one loop for sure, and it will have another loop to find the end index and a third loop to calculate or traverse through the subarray. Okay. Okay. This is our outer loop for the starting index. Our end loop will start with I, and this is our third index for the subarray. K will start with I and it will go up to J. Okay, and we have to calculate our sum. So this is the section for subarrays. Okay, so subarrays are going to be calculated here. So every time we need to reset the subarray, because this is one subarray, minus 2 is one subarray, and next what we will have is this is the subarray. This will have a particular sum, and this will be a particular sum, then again this will be a particular sum, so on and so forth. So every time we just need to check which is the maximum subarray, right? So we need to reset the value of the sum needs to be reset. So that is why we will provide sum is equals to 0 out here. Okay, and here we are going to calculate the sum of the subarrays. It is going to take k. Okay, and under this here we are going to calculate the maximum one. So if sum is greater than maxsum, then maxsum will have the value of sum, and we just need to return maxsum. So this is our brute solution with n cube as the time complexity, because we are having 3 loops. Okay, let's run this, and we are getting 6. Okay, so you can optimize this a bit, right? You can just get rid of this particular loop, this kth loop. Okay, this can be, we can actually, okay, like we can just comment this out. Okay, and this will be J, and our sum also needs to be reset, right? So we will have it here. Okay, so this is the change that we made. Let me just remove this. Okay, so this is our little optimized solution with n square. So let's run this and we get 6. Okay. Now talking about the best solution. So in order to understand that, what we are planning to do is we will just understand one simple concept, that is like if suppose we have plus 5 6 plus 5, we have two positive numbers, then we are getting 11, right? Which is a positive number. Okay. And again, if we have minus 6 and plus 5, we are getting minus 1, which is a negative number. Again, now if we have 6 or plus 6 and minus 5, we are getting plus 1, right? Which is a positive number. Now why I did this? I showed you this just to make you understand what we are about to do, okay? So this is the basic logic of the cadence, okay, DANE cadence, I don't know why this is coming up, algo, right? So what we will do is, if we get a negative number, which is a high possibility because given the example array we have a lot of negative numbers and we are interested in getting the maximum sum. So if when we are calculating the sum and we come across a negative number, we are going to consider the sum as 0, or we are going to reset the sum as 0, so that only if we have a positive sum, then we can start over again. Okay, let's see this. So this is optimized. So we have an array, okay, and what we need to do is, let me just clear this. Okay, now int sum is equals to okay, let me put sum here. So sum is equals to sum plus nums I. Okay, and then we are checking if sum is greater than max sum, then max sum is equal, so the sum's value will be put in max sum. Okay, and if sum is less than 0, then sum will be reset to 0. We are not carrying forward the minus value. Okay, that is what we are doing. So let me just run this and we are getting our answer. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Let me just quickly run this snippet over in Leetcode. This got accepted. And this got submitted. Okay, awesome. Now, there are certain questions that can also be asked around maximum subarray. So let's just briefly discuss that. So what can happen is they can ask you that like why we are putting reset value here, okay, why we are not resetting it earlier. So why we are doing this is because you may have something like this. Our array can look like -2, -3, again it has to be -5, -6. Okay, so if we have an array where all the numbers are minus, we want to have the maximum sum fetched first. Okay, and not that like if we get any value which is minus, then we just reset our value to sum. So that's why this placement is important. Okay, so that's the reason that we are resetting it later. Now the next thing is you may also be asked to print the subarray. Okay, so for example, here what happens is, if you look at this particular array, what is happening is we are getting -2 -2 plus 1, so that is -1. Then we have -3, so -3 -1, we get a -4. So when we get a -4, we are going to reset that value to 0. Okay, and again we are going to start with 4. So 4 minus 1, that is 3. Then 3 plus 2 is 5. And 5 plus 1 is 6. So at one point of time, 6 is the maximum subarray that we are getting, right? And after that, what happens is we also have the array to be continued. So 6 minus 5, so we have 1. Again, 1 is definitely less than 6, right? And then we have 4. So 1 plus 4 is 5. So that is how we are getting 6 as the maximum number. So we need to print this. Okay, we are getting a maximum subarray from 4 to this point, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, from 3 to 6. So what we need to do is, like, if we have to print the subarray, what you will do is, first of all, we need to check if the sum is 0. Okay, because if the sum is 0, then only, like, there's a possibility that you are getting a new subarray, right? So first you are going to check if sum is equals to 0. If that happens, then we will create some variables. Let's call it start, and then int subarray start, then int subarray end. So just to point the start and the end of the subarray, and we are going to, like, assign start with I. Okay, so every time the start will be updated, because the value of I will be mapped here whenever the sum is 0. And next, coming to this section, that is when sum is greater than maxsum. So what we will do is subarray start will take the value of start. Okay, and subarray end is going to take the value of I. Okay, so that we can get the starting and the ending point. And we can just have that printed, because this value will be coming up, like, when in a situation when we'll have an index which has reached to, like, a point where our sum is greater than the already present maxsum. So let us just print this. So basically we'll just print the values of the subarray, or you can even print the index, whatever you feel like, or whatever is the question. So this will take subarray start, and it will go till subarray end I plus plus, and so I am just interested in printing the value, so this should be printed. Okay, this value, this is my exact subarray, and that is what I want to be printed. So okay, let's run this. and I am getting the value 4 minus 1 2 and oh, wait 1 second. Okay, this has to run till my end, and let me just do this for clarity. Okay, so this is my subarray for minus 1 to 1, and this is my maximum subarray. Okay, so hoping you understood this question, and thank you so much for watching this. Let's catch up in the next video.